Hey, if you're joining right now, if you're watching this right now, my name is James Zheng. Nice to meet you. That means that you're somebody that's looking for options to be able to better the lives of you and your family during these interesting times. And while you're watching this, we're in a phase where we're in a global, interesting situation, right? We have inflation at the highest. We have a global recession. We have a post-pandemic world where it's very evident that everything has changed. But I want to share with you something of encouragement, because while it is kind of interesting out there, did you know that during a recession, that is when the greatest wealth in the world is created? It's a great time if you know what to do. So if you're willing to pivot, if you're willing to change, if you're willing to do something that you've never done before, then you can help establish a life for you and your family that they've never had before as well too. In the next 30 minutes, I'm going to share with you some details about an opportunity and also a certain window of timing that I'm so excited about. So make sure to stay till the end and watch that, because I have to talk about something that can really benefit you. And if this makes sense with you by the end, then go back to the person that introduced this to you. Just know that if you're watching this and your friend introduced you to this, that means that they think highly of you. They want to help you and they love you as a friend. So at the end, you have the option to partner with us in everything. But we're going to share an opportunity that we believe is a recession-proof business. Now, that might seem like a big promise, but I hope at the end of this, you'll agree with me as well too. But before we get into that, let me introduce myself real quick so we're not complete strangers. If you were to tell me when I first got introduced to this business that I would be doing this for you, I would have told you, you got the wrong guy. And the reason I'm bringing that up is I never even thought that what we're doing right here, it wasn't even an option. In fact, when I got introduced, here's a quick little photo back in the day. I was 19 years old. I was going to school at UC Berkeley, trying to follow that American dream. Have you heard about this before? You go to school, you get good grades, you graduate, you get a good job, and life is set. Or so it's said, but it's actually not the case. I saw really quickly that there was a lot of people in the world, and I wonder if you've seen this as well too, that followed that path and are still struggling, especially these days. So what I started to think was, maybe I should get like a plan B. Maybe I should find some opportunities. But the problems was this. Number one, outside of studying, because if you go to UC Berkeley, that's pretty much all you know how to do, how to memorize something. I had no other skills. If you met me back then, I was the shyest person in the world. I was so shy I couldn't even order food at a restaurant. I had no resources. I had no connections. I had no work experience. So I'm like, what can I do? And what happened is I got introduced to someone that would eventually become my mentor, and they were successful. They showed me that there was a different way of living, and they introduced me to a business opportunity just like this as well too. And not only just a business opportunity, but here was a couple of philosophies that they shared with me that I need to share with you because it changed my life. Number one was this. They showed me the concept that a profit is better than a wage. They told me that wages make you a living and profits make you a fortune. If you want to be able to have flexibility and freedoms in your life, just know no job is ever going to fund for your dreams. Have you ever seen one? I definitely haven't. But the people that are living the lives of choice and options and flexibility are the ones that were able to build something for themselves, to make a profit. So the first concept of a business hit my mind. I'm like, wow, I can own a business, but I'm 19. I never did something like that before. I was scared to talk to people. I didn't have any connections. How could I do a business? And the second philosophy that changed my life was this. Understand that in order for things to change, then you got to change. I didn't know that I could change. I thought I was just a product of my environment. I thought I was just born that way. And when I realized that I could change if I wanted to, and you can change if you really want to, they shared with me an opportunity that I'm going to share with you. And they promised me, they said, James, if you're willing, you're coachable, and you're hungry, we'll show you exactly what to do, and you can achieve the life of your dreams. Now, I'll be honest with you, I was skeptical about that. And maybe you are as well too. I thought I heard of other things like this before. I've never done something like this before. And I had very low self-confidence. But what I did was this. I didn't necessarily believe in me. Maybe you do. But I believe that they believed in me. And even if we don't know each other, I want to let you know that I do believe in you, because I know that if I can do something like this, and so many of my other friends can as well too, then you can as well. I started this part-time and I learned the skill sets, and I'll be real, I sucked really bad in the beginning. Every master was a disaster. I want you to realize that. I made all the mistakes. I did all the wrong things. But I kept on learning. I kept on getting better. Just know that you're going to suck before you get good. And then you're going to be good before you get great. But I want to give you this promise. Eventually, you're going to be so good that you can't suck anymore. And you know what that does for this type of a business? These skill sets can establish you a life of your dreams. A couple years part-time, my part-time business took off and it became a full-time income. I haven't worked a job for the past decade. It's now allowed both me and my wife, my now boss, my only boss I have is my wife, I guess, my life partner, my business partner, we're able to travel the world, have flexibility. The biggest thing that I love is we're able to just be together, spend time together, work together, live together. Like everything seems together. I'm able to work from my phone all over the world, whether we're traveling or at home or whatever that it is. And we're so blessed and honored to be considered what's called the level 1 chairperson in this company. It's a top 0.1% in this company. And it's allowed us a life that we could never even have dreamed about. But I bring that up not to impress you. I just want to remind you where we started. This was the same person that had low self-confidence, that had low self-esteem, that had no idea what business was. But all I did was I believed that someone else could believe in me, and I applied myself to what it is I'm about to share with you. And that absolutely changed my life for forever. So let's go through this. And I'm going to go through with you 5 elements that we believe comprises a good business. And I wonder if you would agree with me on this or not. How do you evaluate a good business? This comes from people like Warren Buffett. Maybe you know a little person like that. These are things that the gurus are saying. And Warren Buffett was asked, what is a good business, especially during a time of recession? You know what he said? Well, number 1, you want a business that has a consumable, unique, and in-demand product. You want something that is residual, recurring. Why? If you want freedom, you want something where people can buy over and over again. You also want something that's unique, so you don't have to compete that hard. And something in demand, something that's kind of sexy. Number 2 is a low capital expenditure. That's fancy word for saying it doesn't cost a lot, but it's high margin. An easy access business that can scale, that can make a lot. Number 3, online scalability, especially now post-COVID. I'm sure you can all agree. If I were to ask you who here had bought something in the last month online, I'm sure all of us would look outside to our Amazon packages as we do. We're like almost every single day. The world has changed, so you need to find a way to be able to scale online. So we're going to talk about that. Number 4 is leverage. I'm sure you're a busy person. You might be a mom. You might be working another career, another business. You got a bunch of things going on. It's just busier and busier and busier. So if you don't find a way to leverage your existing time, if you can turn an hour into 100 hours of productivity, that's a good business. We're going to talk about that. And finally, training and support. This is what I needed. Yeah, I could find the best business in the world, but if I didn't know how to run it, then it doesn't really matter. So let me walk you through this, but I want you to have an open-minded skepticism to this. But look, and really evaluate, does this make sense? Well, we're looking at a company that, first of all, is international. We talked about scalability, right? This is a company that's had a rich history, actually 25 years. Now, there is a unique timing that's going to go on. I will talk about it at the very end. But this is a company that's not small. In fact, there's over 1 million customers globally. So I wonder if you want to go maybe to Australia or maybe to Asia or maybe to North America or maybe wherever that it is, you can literally expand wherever that you want. As long as you have a phone, you can actually do that. But taking a look at the products, what makes it unique is this. Now more than ever, people want something of quality. So what I appreciate about this business is we're talking about a company that has a backing of a bunch of smart people. I'm talking about the top of the line nutritionists, scientists, medical doctors, fitness experts, so many people that have come together and they put their best together saying, we want to make sure that we have a no compromise product where if someone's using this, they will always have an amazing result. In today's day and age, if you want to win, you want something that people know is quality. We also have third-party certifications. It's easy to say that you're the best. Obviously, I'm going to say we got the best. Obviously, you're watching this right now, right? Can you imagine like, we got the second best product out there? That's kind of lame right there, right? But why do we believe we have the best? Well, it's not belief. It is fact. You're looking at third-party certifications here. These are other companies that are not affiliated with this one. And what they do is they do testing and manufacturing and ingredient labeling and all these different things. You have things like cologne list. This is an international athlete approval. We have a United States products made in a Food and Drug Administration, FDA, you might be familiar with that, registered facility. And that just means it's the best of the best of the best. Some of our medical professionals here might know what's called the PDR, the physician's desk reference. That's a big book of medicine typically, but we actually have many of our health products that are in there because they're that high quality. So just know these are high quality things. This isn't just your Walmart, Target, Costco type of thing. It's things that are the highest of its grade. Now, those standards go across all of these products. I don't have time today, but if you have anything that you look that's interesting, jot it down as a note and go back to your friend after this and you can ask them, hey, what's that Lucem thing, for example, right? So maybe it's a skincare line. Maybe it's our liquid nutritional. We have many different brands. In fact, probably over 100 products that are available to you immediately, but I'm going to go through just 2 today. And I want you to come with me and think, can these be something that can benefit people? If you want a good business, a recession-proof business, you need to find a product that's consumable, in demand, and there's an actual market for it, right? So let's go through this first thing. This is our lead product around the globe. Why? Who here knows somebody that would benefit from better memory, better energy, better sleep, fat loss, hormone balancing, bone density? How about libido? Hello. A lot of these benefits are all attributed to one specific function in the body. There's something called human growth hormone. So to give you a crash course, human growth hormone is a naturally occurring hormone in our body. And what happens is after around age 25, our body starts to decrease in this hormone, and it affects all those channels that I mentioned to you above. Now, the issue is this: after every decade, you can go down around 15%. By the time you're 50 years old, your human growth hormone levels can be 30 to 50% of its prime. That's why if you're over the age of 25, you realize there was a day you woke up, you're like, I don't feel the same. I'm a little tired. I need sleep. Man, I'm not getting injured now, whatever that is. Or maybe you're growing some fat in some areas of your body. You're like, why is this happening there? A big reason is because these levels are going down. What is this Renew product? Renew is a natural product. It's a stick pack you mix with water. You drink it 30 minutes before you go to sleep. And it has ingredients and blends in here. They're clinically studied. They're safe. They're effective. There's no side effects that help you to naturally increase human growth hormone levels. In fact, I saw, and I was talking to the lead scientist on this, there were some small studies done. And get this, they saw in the blood plasma, so in your blood, in 90 minutes, human growth hormone levels went up by, get this, 600%. That's a lot. What you'll experience in this is better sleep and better energy. And I've noticed a lot of people notice a better recovery. And I've noticed people saying their hair's growing better and their skin's getting better and they're just feeling like they're younger again. It's like the youth elixir. And when you take a look at something, I want you to think, who in the world do you know might benefit from something like that? I know a lot of people that would, and I like it because it's super, super simple. Let me share just one more product for now. And once again, if you're interested in others, definitely talk to your friend. But this is also one of our top sellers globally as well. In the United States, it's called the Slenderize program, the SlenderX Accelerator. Around the world, there's some slightly different variations too, but they all do the same thing. And what these are is there's these 2 little magic drops. Some call them the skinny drop. You take these drops, they're homeopathic formula that help you to balance your body's hormones, which is the big reason why we gain weight or our bodies change. And especially if you're a woman, I know women, they know this a lot better than guys do many times, unfortunately. There's a lot of changes that happen in the body. So what this does is it balances the body, it curbs cravings, it helps you to actually target the fat for energy rather than the carbs and the protein. It's a body balancer. And if you're looking for weight loss, it can help with that. But it does more than that. And they accelerate. There's actually adaptogenic herbs in there. It helps you to de-stress. Do you know anybody that's been having trouble with transforming their body? Well, let me share with you Lily's story. Lily, when we met with her, she was around 50 years old and she was going through that menopausal phase. You know, she's a mom going through tons of stress and her body had blown up on the left here. She was heavier than when she was pregnant with her daughter. And just stuff changes, right? Stuff happens. She tried everything, Jenny Craig, Ideal Protein, a lot of these other programs. And what happened is she jumped on the Slenderize program with some of the other products as well too. In just 3 months, she lost 26.4 pounds or maybe around 12 kilos, 14.1% body fat. It's not just weight loss, it's a health transformation. High triglycerides went back down to normal. She was borderline diabetic, that was gone. I'm not saying that it's the products that did it. We don't treat, cure, or diagnose anything, but it's the only thing that she changed. It's incredible what happens. And now she can fit into her daughter's clothes. And not just her, but all types of people. Everyone on this page uses this program. Aunties and grandparents and people that are into fitness, people trying to balance their bodies and take it to the next level. These 2 combined, I'm telling you this, are enough to really be able to transform someone's body. And these are things that people want. So I want to ask you this question. Do you see that we have some unique consumable and in-demand products? I think so. We also need to find, is this low cost? How do I do this as a business? What does it allow us to do? Well, this is a cool company. You know what I like about this? It's the easiest way to start a business. Why? Imagine you start this from scratch. How about you? I'm not as smart to come up with this product. I don't have the funds to research it, to warehouse it, to distribute it. What this company and this business allows you to do is for a one-time lifetime $30 membership. You get to partner with the company and all their tools and all these products, and you get the ability to be able to build your own business with that partnership around the world. You get access to 60 plus countries. You also get access to discounts as a partner as well. It's kind of like going to Costco out here in the States. You can get some discounts. So you get your membership, you partner. Number two, then select some products so you can experience them. It's easier to share something when you've experienced it, isn't it? So you can try whatever that you want. There's a lot of stuff, and I'm going to tell you this. It's hard to pick a favorite because they're all really, really good. I use all of them. One thing you're going to want to consider, we'll loop back to this at the end if you're real serious about considering this, is you're going to also choose what's called a business level. The importance is if you want to get paid more, you're going to want to consider the higher levels. The people that do the best in here, I will tell you this, they're all at what's called this ultimate level. And basically you get paid double for life. I'll explain that in just a little bit as well. How do you get these levels? You accumulate a certain point value of the product. It's around $1.50 per 1 point. And we use points because we're international. We have partners in Australia, in Taiwan, in Africa, in Europe. So you have a seamless international business just like that. So to give you some examples, these are just some of the popular packages. Once again, we'll go through these in the later on as well too. So you might pick a couple $100 worth of products. These are for you to experience. You can provide whatever that you want, or you can go with the higher packages and get a nice bundle for you and your family, and boom, that's your business. Then what do? We're gonna start showing you how to establish a business. Here's the main things that you're going to do in this business and in any business. Every business makes money from a customer base. If you don't have customers, you don't have a business. Whether you're in real estate, you have an online store, you have a bakery, you need customers. Same thing here. To maintain the business is super simple too. The maintenance of this business is simply around 100-point value. It's like $150 a product a month, and you can consume that yourself or you can sell it to a customer, but it's not that bad. Most people consume it because the products are really, really good. Just try to renew maybe another product and you're good there. Okay. Number one, we're going to show you how to get a retail profit. Let's say you love this renew, and let's say you talk to me and I'm your friend, and we'll train you how to do this, right? If you've never done this before, no worries. Remember, 19-year-old shy nerdy Asian kid could do this, right? And imagine I'm interested in grabbing this. You know what you do? You don't need the product in hand. You don't have to ship it yourself. You don't have to sell it yourself. You just send me a link. And what happens is I can purchase through your link. The company ships it to me. You can call this drop shipping. And you get paid a 30% difference. In fact, when you sell a renew, you'll get paid around $40 just for getting this out there. But not only that, here's the kicker. This is what makes this business so cool compared to any other business out there, right? Every business is wholesale to retail. You run a restaurant, you buy your food at a certain point, you sell at a certain point. What's different about this is you also get paid on the back end. Do you like getting paid double for the same work? I do. New volume bonus. Remember, every product has a point value. And when you have a point value, they also on the back end pay you from 15% to 30% of the point value. So imagine it's this renew. Renew is 70 points. If you're at what's called the member level, 15% of the 70 is around $10.50. This is why you want to go ultimate, because when you're ultimate, you get this double payout for life. Instead of 15%, you get 30%. So instead of making 10 bucks, you make 20 bucks. So imagine this. If you were to only share one box of renew, you are able to make $40 of retail and another $20 at the points. Imagine 60 bucks for a product that you would get if you got it yourself for $100. That's like 60%. Not too shabby as a profit. So number one, we're going to share with you how to get a customer. And remember, when people use these products, they run out. So when they run out, imagine next month they buy again, and then they buy again. And then they buy again. I have customers that bought 10 years ago, still buying every single month. That's what gives you freedom, residual income. But here's the big one. I hope you get this. Remember, we talked about being able to build leverage. This is where most people in the world don't have. And this is why most people in the world are stuck. There's a way in this business where you don't have to do all the work and you can also earn income. That's what all the wealthy people do. They find ways to scale their time, to buy back their time so they can spend it with their family, they can travel, they can do the things that they want. How do you do that? In this business, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Not only can you share these products, you can also empower and partner with others. And by helping them establish a business, you can make money as well. Some people say, well, this looks like one of those things where the person on top makes all the money. You don't understand how this works. Network marketing is one of the most beautiful businesses in the world. Why? Let's say you referred me. I'm your friend. And especially right now, during a worldwide recession, people are looking for ways to earn extra income. Or maybe I love the product, and hasn't this happened to you before with a good product? You like it so much, or you watch a good movie, you went to a good restaurant, and then you shared it naturally, right? These things happen all the time. So imagine for me, I'm like, I want to do this. So I'll partner with the company. And what you're going to do is plug me in. We have our trainings and everything. And imagine I start to build a business. And imagine in this, I make 1,000 points of sales in my organization. You know what's cool here? Because you referred me, you get 100% credit as well for that. In this compensation plan, when you build 2 teams, you get paid 15% off the team with the lower amount of points. So imagine you made $150 this week. You're also considered what's called a manager now. You get these cool promotions, and you're now leveraging your time by helping your people do well. You do well as well too. How cool is that? Now, it doesn't just stop there. Our goal is to duplicate this process. We're going to show you how to do this in a professional, fun, simple way. Imagine they duplicate this. Well, they do well. And guess what? You're still getting credit as well from your team. You're now getting 15% off 3,000 points. You're considered something called a vice president in the company. Not too shabby. We have a lot of vice presidents here. And here's the goal. With 2 teams, this is all I would focus on. If you establish 2 strong teams, you find 2 strong leaders, then you can earn a weekly $2,000. With bonuses, it's at least $10,000 a month. And imagine that's passive residual income. Now, this obviously won't be overnight. This won't take a week. This won't take a month. I've seen someone do this in 90 days, but they were super, super serious. But let's say this took you even 3 to 5 years part-time to establish an extra $10,000 a month where you can walk away and it's residual. My question to you is what else can do that? What else can do that? Can your job do that? Can an investment do that? Do you have another business that can do that on a part-time? That's why I love this, because you build it and you leverage and you scale and you help other people. You change other people's businesses. You change other people's health. And by the end of the day, you then walk away with a lifestyle where you're like, wow, can you imagine what it's like if you wake up knowing that you don't have to work to get paid? You can actually wake up doing the things that you want to do rather than things that you have to do. That's one of our goals here. And we want to be able to help you to establish that. So we talked about leverage. Final thing is this. You might have seen something like this before. You might have been in part of another business before. And straight up right now, you're already wondering, well, that sounds great, James, but can I do it? I've tried it before. It didn't work. Or I've seen other people do it. It didn't work. What makes you so confident that I can do this? You know why? The last part is where I believe is the biggest X factor. The last part is this, is that the training and support that we provide is bar none, okay? Right when you get partnered, immediately, you get added to our whole community. We have a community called the Warrior Movement. And what's a Warrior Movement? Number one, we're a family. We're all going to get to know each other really, really well, whether you like it or not. And it's a functional family. It's a fun family. It's a lovely family, or we have a cool family, I hope, of committed, passionate, successful professionals dedicated to developing the inner warrior within you. Because the reality is this, when you get better, your business gets better, your life gets better. And our goal is to transform you so you can transform your families, communities, and society through health, wellness, and entrepreneurship, so we can love and empower others by leading an inspiring life for ourselves. The real secret that I learned in business, if you grab this tip, is that when you get better, everything around you gets better. And this business is simply a compensation plan wrapped around personal growth. So I hope you're strapped in and ready to grow, because that's what we want to be able to help you to do. How do we do that? Right away, you're going to get added to community groups, Facebook groups, Telegram groups. You're going to get added actually to a website. Day one, you can literally have on-demand training on what to do. How do I talk to someone without them feeling like I'm salesy or annoying, right? How do I get someone to actually say yes to my business or my product? And we're going to give you that training. Literally, these are things we've spent tens of thousands of hours putting together, tens of thousands of dollars putting together, a whole lot of mistakes to compress it into this focused version for you. Our goal is that you have an easier life than we do. We're seeing our teammates really, really be able to do that. So what has this been able to do? What we pride ourselves in is this, our people's success. And I just want to share a couple of stories as we're ending this today, because you might be like one of them, but I also want you to vision your story here as well too. You heard my story, but maybe you're someone like Pam. Pam was a retiring registered nurse. She wanted to make sure that she lived life after her retirement to really be able to live the life that she deserved after working for so many decades. She tried 9 other companies. None of them worked until the 10th one, which was this. And now she's a senior officer. That's a 6-figure position in this company. Bought her dream car and everything. Maybe you're someone like Sean. Sean was in his 30s. Sean went through the path. He went through college. He found a job. He worked in a passion that he loved, and he realized it just didn't pay. Have you been there before? And he's like, what can I do? He was working 60-hour plus weeks. He got into this business, achieved something called officer. That's 1,000 a week. Was able to lower his hours at some of his jobs and get some flexibility back in his life. Maybe you're like Lily, you heard from her earlier. She was in corporate for 30 years and it was so stressful, it put her in the emergency room. She found this, has never since needed to go back to corporate. And now has won multiple trips with the company. Or maybe you're like Tammy. Tammy's a super mom. She was involved in another business like this before as well too. Did fairly well, but she got a little stuck and she wanted to be able to break through to the next level, found this and was able to really, really break through, right? Why am I sharing all this? Because I just want to remind you that if you're willing, coachable, hungry, you can do this. We will back you up. We will support you. We'll be right by your side. But it's up to you to say, you know what? I deserve it. My family deserves it. It's time to change. And if that's you, we got you. Let's go. It's going to be a lot of fun, all right? Finally, we went over the 5 parts of the business that we feel makes a good business. And I wonder for you, would you agree that from what you saw, this fulfills the 5? Do we have a consumable, unique, in-demand product? Are we a low-cost, high-margin business? Is it scalable online? Do we have leverage? And do we have training and support? Because if you say yes to those, I'm going to tell you this. If you're seriously looking for change in your life, whether it's a part-time thing to be able to add a little bit more to your family, or it's a full-time thing to dramatically change your life, I'm telling you, there's no better place than here because we're going to be able to help you. If you believe at all opportunities about timing, imagine you're part of Tesla before it got big, or Google before it got big, or Facebook, which is now Meta, before it got big. We all think about those things, and I don't want to be cliche here, but I got to tell you, the reason why you're looking at this right now, there's a very unique window of opportunity happening, and it will never happen again. And if you're watching this right now, I got to talk to you about it. It's around a 90-day window. In February of 2023, this company has had a rich history. This company recently just relaunched with the same products you saw, the same compensation, the same amazing heritage. But literally, this is a company that right now has no debt. We're a $300 million company. There is not even a name right now, like literally. And what's great is you now have an opportunity to be a pioneer alongside this future multi-billion dollar company and future household name. We have a unique period where we're in a pre-launch phase right now. And in February time of 2023, there's going to be a specific event where we're going to finally officially launch. I'm going to tell you this, after being involved in this business for over a decade, seeing a lot of companies, seeing a lot of opportunities, being involved in all different ups and downs and everything, this is the time that I've been the most excited, and a lot of leaders are the most excited. Why? Because this is that perfect time that people are all praying for. On top of that, we're also in a merge of a time with a global economy that's going through a global recession. And did you know that this business flourishes the most during recessions? Because people are looking for opportunities. People are looking for hope. So if you decide to partner right here in the next 90 days, there's an opportunity to become what's called the Catalyst Club. This is a one-time only club. We'll show you how to do it, and it's not hard to do, but it's an opportunity to cement yourself in as one of the pioneers during this interesting time. There's lifetime perks in this. It's a special thing that only in this 90-day period that people are going to be allowed to do. And after this, it's done. Why is this exciting? Not only to cement yourself in, if you want to think strategically, let me be your coach for a little bit. This is an opportunity that if you're able to latch on to and you're able to then scale this into your future team, it is an opportunity where a bunch of people are just super excited, focused in one direction. You're going to grow with a rising tide. And if you're going to do any work, I'm going to be real with you. To be successful in anything, it takes work. It takes learning. It takes hustle. It takes drive. It takes sacrifice. But if you decide to do that same amount that you would need in endeavor in the world, now your growth will be 3 times faster, 5 times faster. Some of you will be 10 times faster just because of the timing of what's going on right now. So how about you? For me, I'm like, that's why I'm going full throttle right now. And I want to help as many people take advantage of this as much as possible as well. Final note. I'm not saying this because I need it. We're super blessed now because of this business and this company and everything. I'm saying this because after seeing this type of an opportunity that so changed my life, that took me from a 19-year-old shy, nerdy Asian kid that had no hope. I thought I was stuck, and it gave me an opportunity to change. I know how transformative this can be for the right person. And I know how transformative this time can be for the right person. And if that's you, and you've been saying in your heart, it's time for me to make a change. It's time for me to do something different. It's my time right now, right here. Then it'd be our honor to partner with you and help you through these times to win. That's our mission. to help as many people win as possible as well. So after seeing this, there are three types of people, in A, B, or C. If you're C, that means you're not interested in the opportunity. That's awesome. I'd recommend try the product, be a customer, talk to your friend. I'm sure they'll hook you up. Try some of the amazing products. We have so many amazing stories on that side. If you're a B, then ask some questions, right? Ask all your questions. I love questions. I want to make sure you're educated. I want to make sure you're informed, all right? Ask your friend, go back after and be like, hey, what about this? What about this? What about this? Okay. The biggest question that people ask is this though. Can I do it? And how do I win here? And I'm going to tell you this. You can. Why? Because it's not a matter of luck. It's a matter of skill. If you can learn the skill and you can apply yourself, you will win. And we're going to show you exactly how to do that. And finally, if you're an A, you're like, James, I was already on board. I'm ready to go. I see exactly where this is going. I want to cement myself in right now. I see the window of opportunity. I want to help a lot of people. I want to be able to establish a legacy for me and my family with this right now. If you're an A, talk to your friend. We'll get you started. I'll go through some next steps real quick right after this, but I just want to tell you this. Successful people, I learned this from my mentor. How they're successful is they make decisions quickly and they change them slowly. And they base their decisions solely off of what they want. So if you feel this is something that you want and this can get you into the direction of your goals, just be like, let's go, let's figure it out. They say yes, they tell the world they figure it out. If you feel this is not for you, total respect. Say no. But let your friend know as well too. Yes or no, we love you, we're friends with you, so honored to be with you. And I hope that you can join us in this incredible opportunity. If you're down to get started, here's the next steps. The first option you're gonna wanna pick is what level do I wanna choose? And let me tell you how I'd make my choice. There's 4 levels to choose from. Our goal is to get everybody up to the highest level, ultimate. Why? Because we don't want you to miss out on double bonuses for life. To go ultimate, how you do that is very simply accumulate 1,500 personal volume. It's around $2,000 United States, different in different countries, around that of product. You can do that yourself by purchasing a package, or you can purchase a smaller package and then upgrade within the first 4 Fridays by purchasing the difference or by selling it to customers. They're all fantastic. My encouragement is this, and I'll show you some of the options in a bit. Pick the best pack for you, for your budget, for your commitment, whether it's the big one, the small one, the middle one, they're all fantastic. The key is to make a decision to move forward, and we're going to figure out a plan with you. Now, I want to rest assure you as well too. If your goal is to go ultimate, every single person that we work with that wants to go ultimate, we figure it out. And we're going to do it together. Pick something you can do today or ASAP. And right after that, what we're going to do is we'll get you registered. We'll get you access to our trainings. We'll get you access to all of our stuff so we can start getting you off the ground. I've seen people make their first paycheck in their first day. It's not too tough here as long as you take advantage of the trainings and everything, okay? So let me show you a couple of these packages. These are just some ideas. You can customize. You can choose what you want. If you're kind of like, let me just dip my feet in the water. Let me just try a member level type. This is like $300-400 worth of products. Here's a couple ideas. Some people just love the Renew products. There's also these 5-day trials you can have as a really good way to get the product out there. This is a good one if you want to make your money back fast and you can just share some products and sell some of them, okay? There's another one that's really popular. These are some of our popular weight loss products or transformation products. It's around like $400 right there. That one's something to consider, more of like a self-usage package. You can mix and match too if you really, really want to. Talk to your friend and we can come up with a good option for you. If you're looking at this more as a business, my encouragement is look at this page. Business and above. Why? You're going to earn at higher levels faster and you're going to have faster speed. You talk to any of our top earners, they're all at the ultimate. It's like you wouldn't expect it any otherwise, right? So these are different levels, whether it's the business level, the elite level, the ultimate level. Basically, you're getting more products and you get a bigger discount so you can experience them all. On a personal note, I liked doing like a bigger package because I wanted to say as a business owner, I wanted to be able to experience more of the products myself. And then from there, you can use that. This is a one-time lifetime. Once you're there for life. It's not a monthly thing. You don't only have to sell these as well too. You can sell whatever you want, right? You're not only going to sell these packages, but for the business partner, these are the various options that we have accessible, right? So my encouragement would be pick the level that makes the most sense for you. And then from there, we're going to get everyone to ultimate, whether that's right away or later on as well. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. Other than that, if you have questions, message your friend.